Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun and Iyun. Today we're analyzing Maaser Sheni Perek Dal and Mishnah Hay. It also incorporates Mishnah Dalid. Uh, Mishnah Hay says that Yomud Begorim ve'en biyad almos Omer lechavero Harei aperos elam nesunim lach matana chozer v'omer Harei elam mechulol and almos shabayis. It talks about what Mishnah Dalid talks about, that even though harama, the Torah frowns upon in various places. The Gemara on Shabbos says you're not supposed to use harama uh, to do various yisurim d'rabban unless you're a Talmud Chacham. Harama is generally frowned upon, where it's obvious that you're playing a subterfuge, a trick, in order to get around a loophole to get around a certain halacha. Really, the halacha is one way, but there's technicalities. You don't have to apply the halacha. Generally, the rabbanon were against that. We don't, unless there's a real need, like the Gemara in Beitza talks about. If a shore falls into a pit and you want to go down and shecht it or something like that on Yom Tov, if there's a real need, Sar Bali Chayim or Simchas Yom Tov, so those are needs that we allow a subterfuge. Here it seems to be that for Maaser Sheni we always allow a subterfuge. As we mentioned, the halacha is that if you redeem your own Maaser Sheni, you have to pay a penalty of a chomesh, belongs to Hashem. Someone else redeems it, vis-a-vis him, doesn't belong to Hashem, so there's no chomesh. So to get around this chomesh, Mishnah Daled says you can give money to your children who are over bar mitzvah or bar mitzvah, or yavadim ivrim, who are not yado ki yadam. You don't share the same hand. They have their own bailus, and therefore you give them the money. They redeem your Maaser Sheni, and then you don't have to pay the chomesh, right? And Mishnah Hay says if you don't have money and you're in the threshing floor and you don't have money, you could actually give the fruits before they're as tevel to your friend. He'll take off Maaser Sheni, and then he'll redeem it on, or the Balabayas will say that the payros Maaser Sheni are mechul on the most in his house. Now the fruits belong to your friend technically, and you redeem it with your money, so therefore there's no penalty of a chomish. In both these Mishnayos, why are we not concerned about harama? Harama is usually frowned upon midrabanan. Why is it okay over here? So the idea is that Maaser Sheni is made. The whole purpose of Maaser Sheni is to take the Yerushalayim. It's a godly mandated vacation. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take your fruits of Maaser Sheni on the third and sixth year and take a vacation. Hashem's forcing you to take some fruits to Yerushalayim, have a good time in Yerushalayim, go to Dan Panorama, go to the David Citadel, King David, wherever you want to go. Eat your fruits over there. Eat your vegetables over there, eat your grain over there, enjoy it over there, bring carbonos and eat the meat over there. So the whole point of it is making sure that you have a vacation. So that's why harama over here is something which the Torah allows you to do. It even encourages the Mishnah say you can even do this chachila, do harama over here. Because what are the cases we're talking about? The cases we're talking about, you give it to your children who are over bar mitzvah, your avadim, or it says over here, ayabagoran, omer lechavero, to your friend. Now, generally, these subterfuges, if you give it to a complete stranger already, so that, right, the payrolls might change going to somebody else, and right, you might not actually bring it to Yerushalayim. However, when you do it with your son, or your avodim, or your friend, generally your friend will accompany you to Yerushalayim, or your children will accompany you to Yerushalayim. So it's guaranteed, even though you don't pay the chomesh, because technically it doesn't belong to them. The purpose of Maaser Sheni is to make sure that the food is eaten in Yerushalayim. And when you have close family and close friends, so it can be ensured that the food will end up being in Yerushalayim, you'll enjoy it in Yerushalayim, and you'll have your vacation anyway. So therefore, we allow haram over here, because the whole purpose of Maaser Sheni is to get to Yerushalayim, to enjoy it there. And under these circumstances, it'll be ensured. It would come out of chumrah that someone you're not friendly with, the harama would not be encouraged, and harama would be maybe asr midrabanan. These Mishnayos are only talking about your good friend of yours, or your children, or your avadim, ivriim. I hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.